Hi. So last week I was talking to Ariel about what I was going to say to you all because I was really worried what I was going to say. And she asked me, well, what did you learn? And I thought to myself, okay, well, I've been here for 3 months, so I must have learned something. What did I learn? And I was sitting there thinking, and nothing was coming out. I'm really interested in astrology, and a couple of weeks ago, I was reading about all of the signs, and the description for my sign, which is Aries, said something along the lines of, you know what your strengths are, and you like exercising them, but you delegate away your weaknesses. And whether or not you agree with astrology or believe it, that description is absolutely me. So I sat with that for a while. But back to Ariel's question, what did you learn? And I'm not sure that I learned maybe as many new skills as I could have. I've always been very good at school because it came very naturally to me. And in school, there is a prioritization of the product over the process, and that is an example of delegating or taking on your strengths and delegating away your weaknesses. So at CfSI, we were assigned a midterm assignment, and my group ended up doing very well. But if you asked me what I learned from the project, I can tell you about the parts that I did, and the parts that I did were researching a business and formatting a PowerPoint presentation. And I already know how to format a PowerPoint presentation very well, so really I learned about a very interesting nonprofit in New York. And no matter how interesting the nonprofit in New York is, that was not the point of the midterm. And by not fully engaging with my weaknesses, I didn't get as much out of this learning process as perhaps I could have. But the point of my story wasn't to tell you how little I've done here, because that is so far from the truth. I have been working very hard, I promise. But what I have learned is that sometimes the best learning experiences come out of diving into your weaknesses. And moving forward, I know now that I'm going to dive headfirst into my unknowns instead of delegating them away. I've always been told, Dana, you can do anything you put your mind to, and I know that is so true, but I've learned that first I have to put my mind to something. Thank you.